is up, everyone? My name is JJ. I'm here with.
Hello, my name is Rachel, and I voice Aria in the game.
Whoa! Mind blown. You're just like her, for real, for real. No, it's funny because when I be like, I'm here with, it's like either hit or miss, or someone's just like, oh wait, am I supposed to introduce myself? It's just like, yes.
No, it's all right. You're talking to a fellow content creator. I know a YouTube intro when I hear it. Okay.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is actually kind of interesting because you're the first person to ask to be a part of the thing for voice acting. What made you want to become Aria Hartfield?
Oh, that is such a good question. So that's so interesting to hear. I am constantly reaching out, first and foremost, to literally anything that looks cool, even in the slightest. Even when they're like, "Oh, we're not doing voice acting at all," I'm like, "Okay, but if you do, because I love being a part of as many different projects and just as many projects and working with as many people as possible. But for this one specifically, I love visual novels. I like video games in general, but oftentimes I will watch people play other styles of video games because I don't necessarily have like the greatest ability at the combat or whatever the mechanics are. But visual novels are a lot of fun because all you gotta do is press a button. So like, I can click stuff with my mouse or click spacebar, so I can play a lot of those, and I like a bunch of them. And when I saw/heard about this project, I am a sucker for like, people will not believe this, I'm a sucker for like romance stuff. I love dating sims, and I was like, ooh, dating sim? Okay. And yeah, that's what made me gravitate.
It's kind of funny though, because the programmer who was the one who told me to become director, because I was supposed to be for one position, and he's like, you know what, you're pretty forward, and you're not afraid to speak your mind. Can you become the director? I was just like, I have zero experience, but I guess.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and it was just kind of funny because I'm like, is it possible to do voice acting? He's like, yeah, it's possible. He did not say how long it would take, mind you. He was just like, oh yeah, I could do it. And then he does the Damien route. He's like, it's only gonna take me a week. 1 month later, I finished the Damien route. I was just like, oh yeah, how long is the Ethan round's gonna take? 3 weeks. I'm like, you're such a liar. It took you a whole month to do Damien. He's half the size. It was just like, I mean, it's so hard. I was just like, then don't say 3 weeks. I was just like, the voice part was the hard part. Like, a lot of this part is hard because it's like a lot of coordination, but the voice acting part, even though it's such a good payoff, it's very hard to implement. And it was just like, oh my goodness, it sounds so much like crazier with the voice act. Like, some of the lines are just ridiculous when they're said out loud. Like, there's this line, Serenity House, like, that's some great meow meow energy. I was just like, oh my goodness. So yeah, it was just interesting. He's like, oh, can we have her? I was like, okay, what's she gonna do? She's like, voice acting. I was like, oh, so we're doing voice acting. He's like, yeah. I was just like, oh. And then we get all the voice actors before finishing the game. I was like, oh, this is actually very scary now, because now we gotta finish the game. Because during the
keeps you committed.
Yeah, no, because I mean, some people will still decide to cancel development before, and so it was crazy because he was just like, especially with the time frame we had, he was just like, we're gonna have to cut some routes. I was like, we can't cut the routes, we already have the people here. Like, I was just like, we're committed now, either shorten the routes or something. We can't just be like,
that's right.
I'm like, we can't just be like, oh, you know what, never mind, you're not a route. It was just insane. So yeah, so you actually saw Aria's first look and then her second look, because you came in when she was still the fiery redhead. and she had the she was supposed to be a psychopath essentially.
Like
But
a
that-
yandere.
Yeah, and then she became a completely different character. Are you able to see your screen?
Am I able to see my screen?
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
I'm showing you OBS to see what I'm seeing in terms of what I'm
Oh.
recording. Yeah, that's
You
why
know,
yeah.
If I knew how to work Discord. Wait, oh, I see. Okay, I'm pulling it up. Guys, this is anyone who knows me knows I am at technology.
Just like
Oh,
Aria,
yeah, I see.
just like me for real.
Yeah, literally. For real.
She's just like me for real. So yeah,
Yes. Okay, I can see the screen.
yeah. So like you saw her when she was in her beta design, the redhead, and then you know you have the brunette version, which is kind of funny because I saw this post where it's just like, tell me a game where it doesn't have an otome tell me an otome game that doesn't have a main character with brown hair. I was just like, dang. Kind of working like petite build, brown hair. I was just like, no, just like Aria. I was just like, well, we had her original design.
True.
But like, which design do you think speaks more to you?
Ooh, that is a great question. I think like I kind of okay. So I personally love portraying like villains and, you know, emotionally manipulative and
Yeah.
that sort of like those are my banger choices. However, because of that, I don't always get to do the like genuine, innocent, like curious, loving and caring characters.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually kind of love the brown hair, like very sweet, very gentle look, and the version of her that she became in that way, where she feels very vulnerable and feels very human. And I had a lot of fun getting to play that style of a character. I also think for a dating sim, it's a little bit better when you have a character that leans more towards like neutral / human, because you want your player to be able to feel like they are that character, right? Like some people are very like, yes, technically there's a character here, but I'm romancing each individual one, right?
Yeah.
And that's a good thing for dating sims. So I think this version of Aria fits a little bit better for that niche.
It's funny that you say that because right now the villainous genre is like popping off. So like
True.
there's one side that prefers like the fiery redhead, and then there's one side that prefers the sweet innocent brunette. So with that being said, it was kind of crazy because with the polls and like how people play the game, they're just like how they feel about Aria is like a mixed bag, because you know Aria had the most psychotic change essentially, because she was supposed to go from I'm gonna manipulate your feelings, you might think I love you but I'm just playing around, to like, oh, I love you, I actually do love you. So it's just like ooh. But because of that, her choice dialogue box is just like for example, it's like, Damien, why did Damien leave me? He must not really like me. It's just like, oh my goodness, girl, you just known him for 5 minutes, you're so clingy. And so
See,
like
but that's so fun though, because like I think, and here's the thing, right? This is fully hypocritical of me, and like I hate characters like that. Like genuinely, I will watch a show, I will play a game, and the second a character is like like being all whiny, I'm like, well, I hate you. Like so annoying. But because I'm voicing her, I'm like, oh, little Aria, she's so insecure, and she went to me. So it's a very funny flip of like, I enjoyed playing a character like that. I think partially because in real life I hate them.
Yeah, it's just so funny because a lot of the people who are part of this cast say, yo, these characters are just like me, for real. And I feel like Aria is like, she's not like me at all, because She's just a blank
Correct.
she's a blank canvas. So it's just like,
Literally.
yeah. So it's just like, oh, how do I portray her?